Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you what to do if you have your PIN passcode not accepted in your OPPO Reno15. So, as you can see here, I am going to insert my passcode, which is 3693. As you can see, I do have incorrect password, although I'm 100% sure that this is my passcode. If the situation like this occurs, you need to go to the authorized device support, tell them your situation, and give them a proof of purchase. You need to just have your device somehow registered to you. If you do have something like this, they'll do something like this. You need to just tell them that you need the data that is stored on the phone. Because sometimes there are software issues that the log does not work, and we can't just, as you can see, insert our passcode. If you are not sure, although, that this is the passcode you have entered, because actually here I do have 1234, you need to do a factory reset of your device. You can do this either in the authorized service, but of course it will be paid, because forgetting your PIN or just lock screen password is your fault, and they won't do it for free. But you can do it for free by yourself. And to do so, you need to hold power and volume up. Here, power off. And now, once done, you need to now hold the power and volume down. When you see OPPO logo, lift both buttons, and now we'll go to the recovery mode. Now, as you can see, we're in the recovery mode. We need to click volume down, and power to select English, power to select format data. You need to now rewrite this code and do the setup of your device once again. So once your device is formatted, you'll see here when you reboot your device. Okay, the setup screen, and once you see the setup screen, you need to just set up your phone as always, but the only difference is you need to log in to the same Google account that was previously logged in on your device. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I do have the OPPO Reno15, and I'm going to tell you how to use the AI Eraser to remove any object from any photo you have taken. So the first thing you have to remember is to make sure that you are connected to the internet. It's because here AI works like this, that you have to connect to the OPPO servers to connect to the OPPO's AI in their place, and they need to be connected to the internet. Without the internet, you won't have the possibility to use AI. This is not like Apple Intelligence that it works on the base device itself. Your OPPO needs to be connected to the internet. Once you have done that, you need to tap here, Photos. Here, now, wait a moment. I don't know why I need to back up my photos. I don't want to do that. Here, as you can see, you need to just select any photo that you want to edit. Let it be, for example, this photo of my case of the headphones, and here some flower. To erase any object, you need to tap at first this pen icon at the bottom of your screen and tap here AI Editor. Once you're here, you need to tap here AI Eraser. Here, now you need to tap agree and continue. As you can see, I have my no network connection. So you need to be connected to the internet. You have to remember that. Tap AI Eraser when you are connected to the internet, and tap download and update your plugin. Now tap got it, because it's downloaded now, and here tap AI Eraser back again. Tap OK, and now here, as you can see, we have three options. Smart Lasso, you need to just select your item on the screen. As you can see, it didn't work here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my lasso performance was poor. Now, as you can see, it's recognized, and now it's being removed from the image. It looks like this, so it's not maybe great, but it's always better than nothing. Apart from that, here they have something called remove people. It's for the crowded areas, actually. Like, for example, if you are in the in some CDRs, for example, and you want to take a photo of yourself, but in the background you have a lot of people, tap this button and all your people in the background will be removed. Apart from that, here we have something called paint over, and we can just paint the place where we want to, instead of lasso where we want to just delete the object. As you can see, it works a little bit worse as I could say. And it's because here, as you can see, we do have this green something, and it's removing everything that I mark, no matter what it is. So yeah, if we discard our changes, we can see that it looks exactly like it did earlier. And that's it, how it helps you, and have a nice day. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and leave a like on our video. Goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix phone heating while charging. The first thing that I need to tell you is that it's normal if you are charging your device using the fast charging. So the first thing that you should check is to open settings. Here scroll down to the battery, and now scroll down. If you see some abnormal application and abnormal usage for the battery in some application, scroll down, power saving settings, scroll all the way down, up battery management, search for this application. Let it be, for example, collect ball, match them all, and tap restrict background activity and OK. You won't receive notifications and your application just won't work in the background, but your battery will be safe. Apart from that, you need to just use the original charger and the cable. It's because when you use some replacements, for example, from China or from AliExpress or some Alibaba or any other things, it's only the battery protection that it heats up while charging. Do not explode in your bare hands. Apart from that, what I do recommend doing is to avoid using your phone while charging. For example, gaming. It's there especially for the battery, and I would not recommend to do so. Remove the case to improve the heat dissipation, as well as the screen protector. And as a last resort, charge in a cool vented area. And if you still do have your phone heating up, contact device support. Goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to reset the network settings in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you have to do is to open the settings over here. Scroll down till you see here the system and update, and here tap backup and reset. Once you see reset phone, you need to tap it and tap reset network and settings. Now you need to verify your identity, either with the fingerprint or face ID or the pattern or of course passcode. Tap reset, and now all your settings are resetted. That's it, hope it helps you, and have a nice day. Goodbye. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot with your 3-finger gesture from the top to the bottom. So actually this is a very easy thing to perform, and the gesture itself is rather easy actually. I'm doing this from the edge, so that's why we're going to this control panel, but if we do this from here, it will work, so don't worry. And to perform this, at first we need to open the settings and scroll down. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see accessibility and convenience. Tap it, and now once we are here, we need to scroll down. Tap screenshot over here, and now you will see the gestures for the screenshot. Screenshot gestures: 3-finger swipe down, screenshot; 3-finger touch and hold, take a person of scrolling and screenshot, and some etc. etc. It doesn't matter. Here, as I can see, to have 3-finger swipe down. Make sure that this option is enabled, is blue and enabled. This white circle has to be to the right, and at the same, you don't really need this 3-finger touch and hold, but this is a partial of scrolling and screenshot. So yeah, and now it works. That's it, how it helps you, and have a nice day. Goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix that face unlock does not work in your OPPO Reno15. So actually the first thing that you have to do is to wipe the camera in your front screen. So take yourself a soft cloth, maybe dry cloth. If you do have that dirty screen, you can use alcohol, but not that much, and wipe here the camera. If you do have some dirty camera, it won't work. Now you can check if your face unlock does work. If it works, that's nice. If it doesn't, we need to move further. As you can see, mine does work. If your does too, that's nice. Now let's move to the next step. If you do have some screen protector on your screen that is very tough or very dirty or very oily or covers the camera, you need to just take it off. Sometimes it's not recommended to have this type of protection on your screen. As you can see here on my iPhone, I do have the matte matte screen protector without covering the dynamic island. And even though it's dirty, it works. It's because here we have leader, but that's not the case. Here we don't have leader. Here we have only camera, and if the camera is covered and with some dirty stuff, it won't just work. So take your screen protector off if you have one and check if it works. If it does work now, that's nice, but if it doesn't, you need to now go to the settings, scroll down to the security and privacy, and here tap device unlock. Now tap face on the fingerprint unlock, and here tap face. Draw your lock screen pattern on earlier passcode, and now here delete your face data, delete. Tap add face once again, tap add now, and now you need to keep your face within the frame. Now I do have my face added, as you can see. Tap done, and everything should be nice. Now, unfortunately, you need to make sure that you do have good lighting during the setup and the use of your face unlock. It's because, as I previously mentioned, your OPPO does not have LiDAR. iPhones have something called LiDAR and Face ID, and Face ID is something that it just scans your face with LiDAR, so it's 3D. Here they have only 2D algorithms, and it unfortunately doesn't work that nice. And during the bad lighting or maybe with dirty camera, it won't just work at all. So try to, as I said, keep your camera clean, delete your face data and set up it once again, and make sure that you have good lighting around you. If you do see some scratches going through the camera over here, but if it's a small scratch, like you can't put a nail here, it doesn't matter. But if you see that this is a big scratch, that it's uncomfortably big, it won't work at all, actually. So you need to just use another mode to unlock your device. But if you don't spot any of these, and you did all the things that I showed you in this video, and your face unlock doesn't work, you need to contact device support, because your camera may be just broken or it may be unplugged. Just check everything. Here, as you can see, my selfie camera works. Check if your works too. If your does, that's nice. If your doesn't, the answer is easy. Your camera is unplugged or broken. Just go to the authorized service and they will fix it for you. That's it. Hope it helps you and have a nice day. Goodbye. Hello guys. In today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix the battery drain in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you should check, if you use your device much when plugged into your charger, your battery may be just damaged, and this is a normal issue. So the first thing you have to, as I said, make sure is to not use your phone while charging. It can damage your battery. If you did a lot of times, go to the authorized service and check if you do have your battery not damaged. Apart from that, go to settings. Here, scroll down to battery, and now scroll down even further to the battery usage by app. Here now you should find the top battery usage by applications. Over here, as you can see, we have camera, system monitor settings, Chrome, etc. And if you do have here some application like, for example, TikTok, Messenger, or something like that, tap it and check for the background activity. As you can see here, we have camera, background activity 1 hour, and foreground 30 minutes. Yeah, 13 minutes. If you do have your Messenger, for example, in the foreground 20 minutes or 1 hour even, and background activity 20 hours, maybe not, it's too much, but you know what I mean. Go back here and scroll down. Here, tap on the option called power saving settings and scroll down even further. Tap up battery management. Once you are here, you need to search for your application. Let it be, for example, Coffee Run 3D, and tap restrict background activity and OK. Now you won't receive any notifications in the background, and the application may be just some little bugged because we do have here background activity removed, but the battery should behave very, very nice actually, and it's true. I had the same issue actually, and after changing this one setting, everything is nice. Now you can go back and do this process to every single application you have in these top applications that you recognize as strange. If you know that you are using TikTok much and you do have more activity like, you know, foreground and background, you don't have to really use it, not disable this background activity. But if you feel so, do so. Just remember that you want to receive notifications. But I think that the notifications, especially for TikTok, are useless. So go ahead and try. Apart from that, what I do recommend doing is to uninstall the bloatware. As you could see, I had something called the where was that at the moment? No app corner, app management. Coffee Run something like that. Here, check this show system, so that you won't see this system applications, hide system here. And now, as you can see, we have only this normal applications. Select one, for example, Block. This is a bloatware. A piece of bloatware is are the applications that are pre-installed on the phone, and most of these are games or some services that we don't really use on our device, but they are here. And here, tap uninstall. Hit this button, uninstall on every single application that is a game, like this Aqua Blocks, like this Bridge Race. Uninstall OK. Maybe not calculator, leave calculator as it is, but Bubble Pop Shooter Puzzle, uninstall OK. Candy Crush Saga, uninstall OK. I mean, you don't really have to uninstall these games if you don't want to do so, but this is the bloatware, and I do recommend uninstalling these applications. These are just useless. You don't really play these games, I guess, but they are here. Apart from that, what I do recommend doing is to open your Play Store in your device. We need to install one application that will really help us, but wait a moment, Play Store. I think it was never open, so yeah, I need to quickly confirm my identity and verify my purchases. And now here, as you can see, we have our Play Store. Open search and search. Type AQ battery and search. AQ battery, it's here. This is this application from Digibytes. Hit install button over here, and now let me explain. This application is the battery diagnosis for the phone, and if we actually open it and leave them as many permissions as they want, we'll be good to go. Here now, as you can see, our phone is calibrating our battery. I mean, this application is calibrating our battery, and it's processing our milliamp hours, how many we do have. It's just automatic. We just have to wait a moment. And what do we have to do now? You need to search for any mistakes, any errors, any red things after a week, for example, of using your device. Leave as many permissions as they want here for use here, as you can see here. Tap it, open power optimization settings, AQ battery, allow background usage, make sure that this is enabled, go back, open up settings. Here, as I can see, we have a battery usage, allow background activity, allow. Now we can go back, and now we do have here the first thing done. You don't have to buy the premium version, of course, but now here, as you can see, we have 3 sections, 4 actually, but this history is not that much, not that important. Here, as I can see, we do have our health measurements of our battery. When we charge, discharge our battery, there are some things called cycles, and this measures how many cycles we had before, we used, etc., etc. And this is the estimate, of course. But if you do see that you have, for example, 70, 80%, or even 90, even though you have bought this phone a few months ago, this is not good idea to use this phone. This is probably damaged, and you need to go to the authorized service. Just check for every single thing that may be concerning, and with this info, go to the authorized service and tell them the truth. As you can see here, I do have something wrong with the battery because we do have high voltage. I think that this is a bad reading, but this is concerning, and we can go with it to the authorized service. Here, as I can see, we do have after a week, this will be all full of data. Now I do have here red, etc., and purple, and same as with the charging. Battery wear. If you here do see some very, very low values, go to authorized service and check for any errors, any damage. And it's always free when you have your warranty part, and it's always better to diagnose it before your phone goes off. Apart from that, what I do recommend doing is to just restart your phone, hold your power and volume up button, and move the circle to the restart. Once your phone is restarted, every single sensor should be refreshed. And if you didn't diagnose anything after a week, just even if you feel that you do have still this issue, go to the authorized service, because this is just a very important matter to diagnose your phone. It's free when you have, as I said, it's free when you have warranty, and they probably won't give you the replacement phone, but nobody does that actually. So I've tried that actually to have my phone repaired while having the replacement phone, and they told me that I have to have my own phone. For example, the old one to use, they won't give me the new phone. I live in Poland, so maybe in another country there are another rules, but as for Poland, they don't give us any replacement phones. And as far as this issue is concerned, that's it. As for this video, I don't have any more tips for you. Just try to not use your phone while charging that much, and everything should be okay. As for the battery drain, and check for the viruses from time to time, because this might be a virus. And I hope now that your phone is a lot better and behaves a lot better. And as I said, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to leave a like under our video. It's very important to us to have your feedback. So if this video helped you, leave a comment under this video opinion. We'll try to respond to these comments, and see you in the next video. And now, as I finally said, that's it. Hope it helps you. Have a nice day, and the most important thing is goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how you can easily use the split screen view for the multitasking. Of course, we are talking about the OPPO Reno15, so don't worry, I get your device. So the first thing that you may think about is that on the older phones of OPPO, or these are phones that didn't have this bottom bar, we had this gesture from the bottom to the top, but now it opens mind space, not split view. Now, in modern times, to use the split view, we need to hold this bottom bar while having some application open. Let's say, for example, Gmail. Now we need to move this application to the top left corner. Here, while we do have this application, wait a moment, while we are having this application over here, we can open any other application, and with this bar we can either drag here these applications and extend them or descend them. If we tap this button, we can tap swap sides, etc, etc. And to exit this, we need to just open this application view mode and close our application. That's it, how it helps you, and goodbye.
Welcome. In front of me I have the OPPO Reno15, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up for the very first time, you will be presented with the hello screen, where we only have one option, which is clicking on the arrow. And next we can find our desired language from the list. Now typically it will select the correct one for the region that you're in, but if for some reason it didn't, obviously find it down the list somewhere here, click on it, and then choose next. Now on the next page is where I kind of go unhinged and give you a little bit of like a theory crafting, let's call it this way. That might be a generous way to describe it. To give you a bit of where I'm coming from with this, I would recommend, number one, changing it to a region that you might not be from, more specifically one that is part of European Union. Now this idea comes from, or this logic here comes from the idea that maybe if you select it to European Union, then European Union laws will apply to you, question mark. And more precisely, just so you know why this could be important to you. So as an example, when it comes down to Google, they recently tried to implement a feature to no one's excitement and overwhelming backlash to this, where they would basically remove your ability to install third-party applications, but only if the developer of said applications didn't pay them money. So it's basically like a ransomware. So if they pay them money, they can have the application signed, and then you can install that application from a third party. Now, the bullshit idea or logic behind this was there are malware applications, but I fail to see how paying money to have something signed removes malware, where you can create a malware, pay money, and also have it signed. Well, that solve the problem? Probably not. And does it solve the problem of Google Play Store having the same problem and still having applications like that there? No, that didn't even touch upon that one. So obviously there was a massive backlash, and they kind of went partially back on this, but not fully. So they will still implement it in 2026, but some more open version of this, so you can still install third-party applications. They're just going to make it annoying. What that really means, I have no clue, as it hasn't been introduced yet. But hopefully, for instance, when that happens, when someone like European Union kind of comes in and just kind of, smacks them in the face and be like, no, you know what, you can't do that. It's a phone, so in a way it's a computer, has all the computer parts, so you can't lock it away from people. Then I'm pretty sure Google would only basically do this in European Union, which is forcing them to do so. As let's be honest, the only reason why they were trying to do this is because money. It's what they've been doing for the past couple of years without blocking and all the other crap. So let's not kid ourselves. It wasn't to protect us from malware. It was just to, get a tighter grip over these systems so they can make more money. So hopefully selecting something like European Union, which is very good in terms of consumer rights, would partially protect you. Another one would have been, for instance, with Apple, though I know this isn't an Apple, where UK wanted back access to iOS devices, and Apple kind of rejected that. And yeah, that's really where that kind of goes. But just to give you a little bit of a food for thought, if you're a country that supposedly has freedom of speech, I am putting that in quotation mark because it's a joke at this point, and you want to basically remove privacy from people while still telling them that they're free, and you try to get back access to their devices, so your device, being iOS in this case, You can view whatever the person has on that device without their permission, knowledge, without any kind of court order, subpoena, or anything like that. Apple kind of refused. So if you're basically becoming a dictatorship, right? And a company refuses to do what you want them to do, would you just kind of be like, oh, okay, I guess? Or would you be like, oh, cool, you can't sell phones here anymore then? And obviously, UK not being the smallest place of business for Apple, would probably fold for that one. So they would probably agree to that one then. And based on that, they would most likely be forced to have non-disclosure agreement, meaning that they couldn't tell you that UK has back access. So by all means, they probably do, and we just don't know it, which would make a lot of sense. And in this case, calling any kind of politician a faggot, which they are, would be automatically jailable offense, which they can just, without any kind of reason or logic, just check on your phone if you ever called them that, or if you ever send a message like that to anyone. So I would be selecting any kind of other country that isn't UK, just for that single shred of an idea that maybe if I'm from Poland, they can't do it. Now, if it's true or not, I have no clue. But anyway, for that reason, I am going to be selecting Poland. The bastion of baseness. Let's go. Next, we have legal information. So we have things like user agreement, privacy policy, and data security, which doesn't even have view details. It's just data encryption is enabled by default on this device. Cool. You can erase all data by resetting to factory settings. What that means? Only God knows. So yeah, when data security has just a single freaking sentence to explain what it is and how it really does this, to be honest, it's Google, so you got no data security. And there's going to be more on that matter later on once we continue further on to the setup. Now, user agreement, you can read exactly what this is in privacy policy by clicking on the view details. But if you're like the rest of us, you never bother reading a single word, it's just a waste of time, we can go to the next page, which allows us to set up our device using another device that is already set up. So as an example, if you have something like another Android right here, you get this pop-up automatically. This just automatically shows up on your phone. And what you want to do is just completely skip this. The reason for that is that this was from Google. And Google is absolute dog shit when it comes down to importing your data from an old device. Because as long as they can't hoover up that information to their cloud and monetize the living shit out of it to make profit off of it that you will never see, they won't be importing anything like that. So if you have a third-party application installed on your device from, for instance, I don't know, GitHub, well, too freaking bad. That application ain't moving anywhere. It's staying on that old phone, and you can download it yourself. That's how we're importing here. Now, that being said, there's a much better way of importing data, so just completely skip the Google bullshit, as it is abhorrent garbage. Now, moving on, we have the connect to Wi-Fi network, and even though we have a skip button right here, oh, wow, would you look at that. You can set up your device the way you would like to set it up, because God forbid you would have control over your own device, right? So we are forced to connect to network, and the reason, which I would consider bullshit, is that you need internet so you can add an eSIM, which crazy idea. Ask me if I want to add an eSIM. Just an idea. Would solve a problem of me needing to connect to network. And shit, maybe I'm just using a physical SIM card, which would mean that I don't need internet connection through Wi-Fi to do that. And just FYI, you do need internet connection through Wi-Fi to continue on. Because it literally is there. You can't proceed further without doing that. So even if you're setting up your phone outside of your home, too bad. You're gonna wait till you have Wi-Fi connection to finish up the setup. Great design there. Now, once we connect to the obligatory network, which no one asked for this to be forced on us, we can now proceed further. Yay! Getting your phone ready. You wouldn't need to if you didn't force me to sign in to Wi-Fi. But by all means, waste my time here by doing nothing. Come on. Any moment now. Let's go. There you go. Took you long enough. Copy apps and data. Now again, this is Google. So it's just showing up again. Again, we're going to be not copying anything because it's the most awful way you can go about it. But, you know, Google is really adamant on trying to hoover up your data. So they're going to spend a lot of time and resources instead of improving their user interface and just experience. They're going to spend almost every resource to try to get your data. This is present through basically every single application that they have. Now, here we have sign into Google. Yeah, no, you can go F yourself. Yeah, we're going to be skipping that. You don't need to confirm that. And here's the mobile network or SIM card. So like I said, you can set up an eSIM through here, which, would you look at that, you can skip it. So why couldn't I just skip the Wi-Fi connection? You could have just told me that, ooh, without network, I won't have date and time set automatically, get software updates and other bullshit, along with not having a option to add a eSIM. Crazy. Another solution for this problem. But let's be honest, it's all about getting your data. So anyway, now I'm kind of crapping on this. If you want privacy, there's a much better way. Something like, Graphene OS. I can use that, or any kind of other custom ROM that values your privacy, even though it's Android. It just kind of, you know, snips away all the Google control from it. So it might be Android, but it sure shit ain't communicating with Google. So anyway, here I'm going to be skipping this as I'm not planning to add as eSIM right now. And this presents us with the screen lock options, or just protecting our device. Now on the password, we have 3 different options: PIN, pattern, or password, which are physical ways of unlocking the device. And you will need to choose one of those at least. Well, at least one of those, as you can only have one. If you also want to add fingerprint or face recognition, or both. And the reason for that is the fingerprint or face recognition are biometrics, and biometrics have tendencies to somehow have a CC fit on just, you know, recognizing your finger or your face, because you got a tiny little blemish on it. And without physical way of unlocking your device, you just lose access to your phone for no reason other than phone being like, ooh, is that a speck of dust on your finger? I don't recognize it anymore. So you're always going to be forced to select PIN, pattern, or password with any of these. Now, alternatively, you can skip this if you want to, but because your phone stores a lot of your personal data, and even though it's not very secure on Google or Android, it still is a little bit secure if you lose a phone and someone finds it. So I would recommend changing or setting up some kind of screen lock on here, at least in case that this would happen to you. Hopefully not, but better safe than sorry. So if you ever lose your phone, whoever finds it doesn't have just free access to almost everything that is on your device. Now, I will be skipping this, as this is not my device, so I don't really care. And this presents us with the other option that I was talking about, which I'm going to talk about a bit more. So we have several different things in here: use location, allow scanning, allow phone number verification, send user and diagnostic data, and install updates and apps. Oh boy, we have so much here to unpack. Let's start off from the very top. Use location. Location is being done through Wi-Fi and GPS. So you can turn that off, and logically thinking, if you turn that off, your device by the name shouldn't be located. Now, that's incorrect. It's just not going to be located through these 2 means that are listed right here. It's still going to be located through cell towers, which aren't mentioned right here, which would basically imply that it's lying by omission, which is a real thing. So with that in mind, your device is never really not being located, because even though right now I might not have a SIM card inserted, you can even see that. You can disconnect from Wi-Fi too and turn that off. This device is already connected to a cell tower. It just doesn't have a SIM card, so it doesn't show me this. But you can test it out yourself if you don't believe me by straight up just dialing 911 and having a person on the other end actually pick up and talk to you. They will also know where you are located at, which is just great. Which, with that in mind, the second option and fourth option kind of go straight out of the window, because if they know where you're located, you can make a call and all that, and you can connect to a cell tower, and cell tower knows where you're located at, then number one, your device is sending user data, being your effing location. And any kind of data on here, being diagnostic or otherwise, is user data because it's your phone. Now, the scanning allows the device to scan for nearby devices that be through Wi-Fi devices or Bluetooth one. Now we have other ones like NFC and other things. So again, and that being said, it only refers to allows apps and services to scan for Wi-Fi networks and nearby devices. So it's basically your device looking for other ones. It's not other devices looking for your. So again, kind of lying by omission and trying to mislead you. It goes the other way around as well. So this means nothing, as you would probably imagine, considering scanning would imply, or you could safely assume that scanning would be also for cell towers and cellular connection, which isn't labeled right here. But by name, it should straight away fall under that. And you can clearly check that by just straight up, again, dialing 911. Now, I'm not saying to kind of do this really, because I think dialing 911 for no reason might not be fully legal. But, you know, keep that in mind, if anything. So anyway, let's move on to another thing, which is we have the allow phone number verification, whatever. But the last one, install updates and apps, that's the worst one here. And it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with Google forcing updates onto your device and doing changes that you wouldn't ever want. This is kind of what they would be doing it through. Now, it here just kind of claims quickly that you can basically uninstall updates or turn them off and manage applications through settings and so on. Just a lot of smoke up your ass, and that's about it. Now, what it never talks about is the OTA updates. Now, this is something that you don't really know because it's not something that is readily available as a knowledge. But to explain it quickly, OTA updates is short for over-the-air updates, which in turn is a fancy way of saying hidden updates. It's ones that basically get pushed into your device without your knowledge or permission, even when everything associated with updating your device is disabled in the settings, device or applications as well. This piece of shit will still be loaded to your device, even though everything associated with updating is turned off that you possibly can. Now, there is a way you can get rid of it. If you download an application that just allows you to see basically processes running in the background, not applications but processes. You can find the OTA update services running in the background somewhere. You can find them and you can straight up delete them. Now, do I recommend doing that? Maybe not right now, because those are also responsible for things like the security patches. So if there's some vulnerability discovered for the Android that is right now installed on your device, as long as this device is being serviced, which is for like 3 years after purchase or after it's been released, then this kind of vulnerability will be patched. If you delete the OTA updates services, that's no longer going to be happening. Now, if this device is past its life cycle after the 3 years and it's no longer getting any kind of new updates, which would also include security patches, then you can just kind of completely ignore this and get rid of that crap and not really bat an eye, because your device is no longer being serviced in a way, protected. But if Google will want to, they will still load that whatever bullshit they're going to come up in the future. And I know that for a fact because I have an old device that recently got an OTA update for instance, the Play Store. The device hasn't gotten an update for 3 freaking years at this point, any update to anything, but hey, my Play Store got an update without my permission. That's great. Anyway, so we're just going to move on to the next page, which allows us to choose a search engine. Now, if we click on next, that's going to present us with the search engines. Now, these aren't all the search engines. Oh, sorry, these are browsers, not search engines. So these are browsers that you can choose from. Now, select whichever one you want. Surprisingly enough, we have things like the Xiaomi browser right here. We have Edge, Chrome. I think this is a Samsung one. And yeah, just select whichever one you want. At this point, a lot of them are pretty crap, and a lot of them are about the same web browser, which would be based on Chromium, which would be based on Google. The ones that aren't would be things like Firefox, Furry Fox here, but other than that, I don't think most of the other ones are on Chromium. Now, some of them have benefits, that for instance they automatically block ads out of the box by installing them, and I think one of those would be DuckDuckGo, if I'm correct. Brave might be the one that also blocks ads, and yeah, that could be a great option if you obviously don't like to have bullshit ads and have all that like redirecting crap when you open up a website and it opens up a new tab and stuff like that blocked. Then maybe go with something like Brave or DuckDuckGo. Now, moving to search engines, you can see that this list is much smaller than you would expect. We are missing some of the better search engines right here nowadays, as a lot of these are just awful. Specifically Google. Let's be honest, Google search is no longer the best one. It's quite far down the freaking list, and I've personally been using Yandex as my search engine, as it's just better. It finds what I would be looking for much faster and easier than something like Google. And other ones aren't that great either. For instance, at one point Bing was actually better than Google, but at this point it's about the same shit. So you know, not the best. Brave, I tried it once, didn't really like it, but you can experience with all of these. And just know that whatever you can select right here is not actually permanently set, and this is not all that you're limited to. When you open up your browser, you can just select a different search engine in there or in the settings. You can choose one by just straight up typing in a domain that you want to use. So for instance, if you want to do like the same one as I do, like Yandex, you just in the settings, instead of choosing one of those in the settings, type in yandex.com and voila, you're good to go. You have your search engine that isn't listed right here. Now for this, I'm just going to choose whatever here and move on. Next, we have review additional applications. So we have a bunch of like shit that the device is trying to install right here. So we're just going to obviously deselect all of this unless you want some of these applications and just check them on. You can individually check whichever one you want. I don't want any, so moving on. We have recommended services. Now there's one that I want to talk about in here. You can go over most of these as there is, you can see quite a lot of them, but there is one that I want to talk about, which is, I think I already skipped it. Wait, let's see whether nope. Oh, there we go. Lock Screen Magazine. That's the one that I want to talk about. Now, these sometimes have wallpapers that you might not really want to have visible as a wallpaper, and they only show up when you press the power button when you have a lock screen. So as an example, for my device, that was Samsung, so still kind of apply. If I press the power button, you have your lock screen and you have a wallpaper, whatever I have right now, like the greenery. If I do this again, I would have a different wallpaper. So that's basically what this option is. Now, these wallpapers range from what I've seen right now with these devices before resetting it, a lot of dog wallpapers, which is fine. But I've also experienced wallpapers like brick walls, suitcases, maids cleaning, fingernails, being like painted fingernails of women, or just ladies doing yoga. Now, not opposed to that, but if I, like for instance, had a girlfriend or a wife, now I cannot imagine any kind of worse way to come home and the person seeing a wallpaper, just a glimpse of it, and then just starting to rain hell on me because what was that skank doing on my phone? I can already hear that in my ear. So because as a dude, I value, peace of mind, I would definitely want to turn that off just so that wallpaper never shows up and this problem never appears. And generally, I just like to have a, static wallpaper that doesn't change. Anyway, moving on, we have user experience programs. I can read exactly what this is. I'm going to disagree just because, negative Nancy and all that things. Now next we have screen color mode. And here we have standard and natural. Now these are very close to each other. Honestly, I even barely see a difference. Okay, there is a like very, very subtle difference in the specifically like red colors. So this is almost the same. Now in the settings, actually, there is a vivid option, which doesn't show up right here for some reason. So just know that you have one more option in there that is a little bit more colorful. But again, that will boost primarily red colors. Now, next we have navigation, and we have buttons and gestures in here. Now, automatically it selects gestures, but you can choose buttons. And additionally, once the setup is complete, you can actually go into the settings, and for gestures and buttons, you have some additional options which are not present right here. For buttons, you can switch the location of the back button from left to right, vice versa. And for gestures, you can increase, decrease things like sensitivity of a back gesture, hide the guide bar right here that you'd normally have, as well as most likely also choose settings for circle to search, which are by holding either the home button if you have buttons, or by holding the guide bar, which you can't use circle to search with the guide bar being hidden. And this finishes up the setup, but like I mentioned, I did want to show you that better application for moving over your data. So let's get that going right now. So that is on the second page under Tools. You'll find Clone Phone application. And all you will need to do is download the same application on another device, an older device. So for instance, if you have something like a Samsung, you just go to the Play Store, download this, and in the application that you will download on your old phone, like Samsung, you'll only have that this is a older device. Now, the reason for that is if the other phone, the old phone, isn't a OPPO, OnePlus, Realme, or Vivo, which is just one big parent company that owns all 4 of these, they all use the same application, and other devices only have the option to kind of move away from them to the one of these 4, obviously, but you can't go from this one back to this using this application. Samsung has their own, which you would need to download Samsung's application on this device and otherwise. So anyway, that's going to be a much better way and gives you nice control over what you can move, as it allows you to move over things like all the applications, no matter if they're, like I mentioned, from any kind of source that isn't Play Store. It allows you to import call logs, messages, contacts, photos, videos, and this is not being done to the cloud and then to your device. This is done locally. It's basically creating a hotspot between 2 devices, so you don't need internet of your own or anything like that, and it automatically just starts moving the data, all of it physically, from one phone to another. So highly recommended this one. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15, and let me share with you how to free up storage without removing the apps. So let's start with removing cache. We have to open the settings. Here let's scroll and find apps. Go to app management and go through all of those apps, especially those which are frequently using, and remove cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. So you can remove it and release some memory. Open the app, so tap on the app and go to storage usage. Here we've got cache, so just among clear cache, and this is it. So that's quite quick, and as I said, go through all of those apps and try to remove cache, so you will release memory. Another thing which I highly recommend to do is to go to Phone Manager. This option is pre-installed on your device. I mean, this app is pre-installed, so for sure you've got one, just enter it. Here you can tap on Optimize first of all, then Clean Up Storage. Tap on Clean. Here you've got also App Cleanup, for example, and Deep Cleanup. And I also highly recommend to check it, because here in the photos you will be able to, for example, check some duplicated files, or large files, or those which are not the best, and remove it. Same for videos, audio documents, large files. It is especially important, and duplicated files. Let's be honest, you don't really need to have the duplicated files saved. So this is what I recommend to do. Another thing which I highly recommend to do is to check your downloads, because let's be honest, usually we are downloading a lot of stuff and then we forget about it. So to do that, we have to open the file manager. It doesn't matter whether you will use the one from provided by Google or any kind of third-party file manager. Just open it, and here go to downloads. So as you can see, here I've got some files, and what I recommend to do is to simply go through all of them and remove those which you don't really need, and for sure you will release the memory. And as a last option, which I'd like to discuss, because I will not show it to you, we've got a separate video with a full tutorial, a full operation of doing that, is to consider a backup. You will be able to save your files, especially photos and videos, in a completely different place in a cloud, and you will be able to remove it from the internal storage of your phone and release the memory without the need to remove apps. So I think it is a great option. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me I have the OPPO Reno15, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So let's start off with simple ones by opening up our settings, and in here I'm going to begin with one of the first ones that comes to me, which is the home screen, lock screen, and style. It's a general section where you can customize the look of your device, but it also includes some pre-made kind of looks for your lock screen, which I personally really like. As an example, this one, pretty good. And cool thing about this one right here, or all of them, is it also incorporates some kind of ways to, I'm going to select turn on, doesn't really matter here. Okay, there we go. When we click on it, you can see we can resize the clock in here. We can increase the wallpaper right here, and just kind of fiddle around with this. You can see it kind of cuts into the wallpaper, so it automatically smartly detects what would be the foreground and the background of a wallpaper, and allows you to have this kind of interact with your clock. Now, if you expand it to be big enough, it stops that, so it doesn't cover the clock fully, though I did at one point encounter that it didn't do that for some reason. So literally the entire wallpaper was covering the clock, but here it seems to be working correctly. So just a cool way to have some kind of three-dimensional look to it, or some additional style to it. Personally really like it. And you have a couple ones to choose from. We have all Flux themes, so you can check out more, probably even download some of them. You can see view online themes. You can get more if you want to. But then scrolling down, we have the customization section, which includes things like wallpapers, icons, always on display. Now, always on display on here is not actually always on. It's 10 seconds at a time on. And just to kind of prove it, it's right now enabled. And if I lock it, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's even better. Almost like 6 seconds, unless I'm counting a little bit slowly, which is possible. But anyway, you can tap on it and again wakes it up, and again it will turn it off. So it's not actually always on. And even stupider enough is there is no options for you to change it to be always on. There is no way to do that. So that's great. Although we have some display settings right here. So we have what we can do. Oh wait, no, there we go. Display mode. Schedule or all day. Right? That was weird. So yeah, it looks like we actually maybe have the option here. Now I'm mentioning that because not some of the other parent company phones like Vivo, OnePlus, and Realme, know that one of them doesn't allow you to do this. So, hello, can you like wake up? I guess not. So anyway, that's I guess one way that you can have this, and you can obviously customize this a little bit more. There's a decent amount of customization for it. Now moving on, under icons, fonts, both kind of clamping it up together. When you download more of either one of those, they will show up in here or in the fonts. And this just allows you to customize your home screen and fonts. And for the ones, these icons that you have right here, depending on which one you choose, it might have different options right here. So I know that, for instance, the classic one has some Art Plus icons, while this one has just the ability to change colors of them. Makes them all kind of look very similar. So there we go. We can adapt it to system colors, meaning your wallpaper. But I'm going to stick with the classic one. Now, we also have other things in here like home screen settings. So moving on out of the customization now into this one, we have home screen mode, basically, which allows you to choose from drawer mode to classic mode. If you like all the applications on your home screen, you can choose the standard one. You can also, for the drawer mode, increase the amount of columns that you have in there. So by selecting 5, I find it to be a little bit crowded. So just to show this quickly. So this is right now on with 4. This is with 5. So not really my jam, but if you want to have more applications visible at a given moment, you can increase this. We also have global search right here on your home screen, so we can turn that off if you don't want it. And I think, yep, this was this crap right here, and it's now not gone. Or is it down? Not sure where that is in this case. Oh well, whatever. Moving on. So back to the home screen settings, we have a couple more things in here. So another one that I really like is this one, swipe down on home screen. Now we have 3 different options, a default one being global search, but we also have shelf and notifications and quick settings. So just to show you all 3 of them. So here is, oh, sorry, not this way, this way. Here is the first option, which was the search, global search, shelf. This is the shelf, which you can customize. And obviously, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's quick settings and notifications. Now this will vary depending on where you swipe down from. Now, while we're already on this, I'd want to change one more thing in here and give you this as another customization. So if you swipe down, you can click right here on these 3 dots, select customize quick settings, and have a classic. Classic will allow you to swipe down no matter from which side. It combines back both of these panels, so toggles and notifications back into one panel. So now it doesn't matter if you swipe from left or right, you always get the same kind of result, which I personally like. It just makes it much easier to navigate through the device and less hassle. I genuinely hate the split between them. So that's one thing that I love to see on the devices. Now going back, let's move back to the main settings, and now display and brightness. Here at the very top we have dark and light mode, so you can choose whichever one you want. With dark mode you will have actually a better battery life with screen on time, as anything that is like fully black, like around here, maybe just like more borders. Now on video this all looks black out apart from whatever is blue and white text, maybe this grayish one, but on my end I can kind of see a little bit of a border around these each kind of tiles. So for instance, for brightness category we have the slider and auto brightness, and this has like a less black area, kind of closer to grayish around, which because of exposure isn't visible right now to you. But in general, anything that is fully black, like the area right around here all throughout, the pixels there on the display are actually turned off. They're not illuminating any kind of light, and therefore your device consumes less energy. So better battery life. And you can customize this a little bit more by going into the dark mode settings, and you can make it a little bit, I guess, less power efficient by changing how grayish things look like. So we have the medium, which lights up the gray area to be much more visible. Let me just kind of maybe do this, so you can see now I'm overblowing the image, so you can see what I was talking about. So it already has a tiny bit of area right here. This is much more visible, and this one is even more visible. Now to the point that the black around here isn't turned off anymore, these pixels are now lit up. So probably this would be the best option, as it still gives you that turned off pixel effect, where it will get you definitely better battery life. But in general, all three of them will consume less energy than just a light mode. So if you want to prioritize battery life, this is something that you can do. Now let me just undo the exposure. There we go. And I'm going to switch back to light, as I think that looks a little bit better on video. Now let's scroll down. And here we have a screen color mode and adaptive tones. Now, this mode actually will impact the options in here. So just want to point that out. And what this does is automatically sets the color tone to your entire display. So something along the lines of either it's kind of yellowish for warm or bluish for cold. But if you don't toggle that switch on, you can actually edit it right here yourself. Come on, there we go. You can see, so you can move this dial, or I can just straight up set it to warm or cold, depending on what you want, or default. And this is manual, while the toggle here allows you to have it automatically adjusted based on your current environment light. So it just will change automatically wherever you are. Use the camera to kind of detect the lighting and then adjust to it. Now, if we go back to our color scheme mode, you can see that this is now grayed out. Now, additionally, you can also edit the saturation of the device. We have the standard, natural, and vivid. In reality, standard and normal are about the same options. They differ so little that they could be one option. And vivid cranks up the specifically red colors, red and orange, a little bit higher, though orange is just affected by the red specifically. Blue is a little bit more vibrant. In general, all colors are a little bit more vibrant, but red ones are the ones that will jump out at you. And you can clearly see the difference specifically in red and orange, and a little bit in blue. Green is also changing just subtly, but I don't think it's visible in the camera to you. And this also, obviously, due to compression and other things, in reality through YouTube video, might not be visible at all to you. I'm not sure. But to me, I can see the difference. Now I'm going to stick with the standard, as I don't care too much about the super overdone red colors. And let's move on to notifications and quick settings. Now here we have a neat option. It's a little bit more limited nowadays, but it's still nice. So quick settings. Sorry, no, not quick settings. What am I saying? Status bar. That's what I meant to say. Here we have a bunch of toggles that you can hide away from your status bar. Now, like I said, it used to be better, but they did hide away some of the toggles that we used to be able to turn off. Those being, for instance, Wi-Fi or SIM card. I don't really care for reception for my SIM card. I usually have that, and if I don't, then I probably have connection to Wi-Fi network, which basically subs to that anyway. Again, I don't care to see either Wi-Fi, SIM, Bluetooth, NFC, or other things. Here, we can turn off, actually, NFC is turned off by default because, great. But for instance, Bluetooth is not. So if you have your Bluetooth permanently on, you probably don't really care to have it in your status bar, as you never turn it off. So it's obviously going to be on, but it's also cluttering your status bar. So that's a nice way to just get rid of it. And here we also have things like do not disturb mode, data saving, alarms, and other things that you might have enabled that you just might not care to see in your status bar. Additionally, at the very top, we also have notification icons. These ones right here, which you can see I have 3 visible right now. There's actually, I think, more. Okay, no, never mind, there's 3. But we can change it right here to either a number or just not show them at all in just right here. If you pull it down, you still will see your notifications. Now, oddly enough, it says that we have 5 notifications, even though we have 3, but I think that is because this, specifically Google, has 3 different ones, I think, right? So these are all 3 separate ones, and then 2 more, so that would make it 5. I think that's how it goes. Even though technically it's 3 different applications that give us notification. But anyway, you can edit that to have a cleaner look. And additionally, for battery, you can also customize that as well. You have the horizontal, vertical, loop, and don't show. Now, when it comes down to the percentage of your battery being visible inside of the battery, this is only available for the horizontal. For every other option, this will be outside of it. Now, another thing that I wanted to show is this. It should be enabled by default. You've probably seen this little kind of grayish bar right here. So you can swipe up on it and you have Smart Sidebar. I'm going to select Get Started and it pops this up. Now, this is a nice little feature, as you can access this in whatever application you have open, and this allows you to quickly either have a pop-up view of an application by just clicking on it. You can see it opens up Chrome and this pop-up view. I can edit the size of this, and this is fully usable right now. No, I'm not sure why. Just resize this. There we go. So this is now fully usable. So that's one thing. You can then just move it to the side and minimize it into this op head. You can have multiple open at the same time. So as an example, I can add calculator, but you can only have one pop-up window like this open at a time. So if I click on Chrome, it won't show up on top of that. It will minimize the previous one and swap them out. Now, while this is happening, we can also quickly through this panel, for instance, split screen. So let's just grab files by holding it, and I can just drag it over to the top. Grab another one. Let's go photos. I can drag it to bottom. And typically you'd have this kind of grayish and lightish area show up. Let's see if I can get it to show up actually. There we go. Something like this. This is how it's normally supposed to look like instead of what you just seen. So when you split screen your applications, basically you can use two different apps at the same time, and you can still get that pop-up application on top of those two. And to edit them, you can resize them like so. This allows you right now to, for instance, use your web browser or anything else while using YouTube at the same time. So you can have music playing and it won't pause when you're interacting with something else. Though if you want to play in the background and not care to have your YouTube open, you can actually check out Revanced, look for YouTube, and this will be a much better alternative, as it's basically a modified application that acts like a premium version of YouTube without the need to pay for it. And also removes ads, by the way, so that's also great. So anyway, you can also switch the applications by grabbing them like so. So you have these two dots and you can click on them to change it. So we can either expand, switch apps, do a floating window, so this one like this calculator right here, or just full screen it if we want to. So a nice way for you to basically multi-function easily. And like I said, this is available even when you have things open. Now another thing is right now this panel is kind of limited, so we can edit it. So I can add additional applications in here, so there's way more in here. Whatever, good enough. There's plenty of apps now, and you can see when you add more applications, this becomes a scrollable list. Now, one thing to keep in mind, not every application can be split screen. So let's see if we have, let me add one that I know that can be split screen. This one. Oh, okay, we can't add any more actually. So let me remove one, boom. So I'm gonna open up something like full screen Chrome. Yep, it actually tells me that this application does not support split view. Now, I might be able, nope, never mind. I can't even open it up in pop-up view, so it always needs to be full screened. You can't do anything other than that. So you might sometimes encounter applications like that. Now, anyway, with that being said, that concludes the tweaks that I want to show you. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to install APKs from your PC on your OPPO Reno15 5G smartphone. To do that, first we're going to have to download and install the OPlus Connect application on our PC, and then connect our OPPO to the computer, either using the cable connection or a wireless connection by scanning the QR code that you will see on your PC screen. in the process. Now, if you want a step-by-step guide, we actually have one on our channel where we explain how to download, how to install, and how to connect your how to download and install the OPlus application on your PC, and then how to connect your smartphone basically in a couple of minutes. So if you need that guide, go ahead and check it out. And in this video, I will show you just how to basically transfer your APK files from your computer to your smartphone. And the first thing that we're gonna have to do once our devices are connected is select the files on the sidebar right here, and then go to APKs folder. Now on your computer, once you have the prepared APK downloaded, first of all, one important notice: always download your APKs from trusted sources. For example, the APK Mirror website with files that are verified is pretty much a trusted source. It's where I downloaded this APK file. So let's just grab this file and drag it to our folder. And as you can see, the transfer has just begun, and we can see the current progress of this transfer in the transfer history. It's gonna take a couple of seconds until this file is fully transferred to our OPPO, and once it is, we'll be able to see it in the OPPO share folder, which will also automatically open. And now to install this application on our smartphone, we're just gonna have to tap on the APK file, and then of course allow our smartphone to download from this source, in this case my files. So just tap settings and then select, and then switch the cycle to the right, click install, and let your smartphone install the application. And if this application is compatible with your smartphone, everything will go smoothly and the app will be installed, and you'll be able to open it on your smartphone and start using it. So that's basically how you do it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to unlock OPPO Reno15 without password. Okay, but please only try to unlock your phone, in no other case someone else's, because that might be considered as a crime and that's also unethical. Second thing is that we need to perform a factory reset using the recovery mode, so all of our data will be erased from our device. We need to remember about it. And the third thing is that after the reset, when we get into the setup process, the phone will want to verify us, or by typing the screen lock. Of course, we won't be able to do it because we cannot remember it. But there's a second option, and it's signing in into the same Google account into which we are logged in before the reset. So you need to remember about it. You will have to verify yourself by logging in into your Google account that you were using before the reset. Okay, so now I'll show you that the phone is locked. I cannot remember the password. I can even lock it. And now, even if you click on forgot password, it says that you need to perform a factory reset, or you can try to contact to official support, or go into the official customer service and try to look for help there. But let's do it home method. So we need to power off our device first. Click power key and volume up and select power off. Okay, to enter recovery mode, we need to hold power key and volume down at the same time until we see the OPPO logo. When it appears, release the finger from power key, but keep holding volume up. So volume down and power. Now release from power key and keep holding volume down. Okay, we are in the recovery mode. Now using volume keys, we can select the language. If you want to confirm the selected option, simply click the power button, but the touchscreen also works. Now we need to select format data. I know that it's really dark, but it's impossible to change the brightness right in here. And now we need to type this code using our keyboard. Boom. Now click on format. It's right in here. It's barely noticeable, but in here we have the format button. The process has now started, so we need to wait until it's done. Okay, data formatted, click on OK. And now we just need to simply wait until our phone turns on. And the next thing that we have to do is to go through the setup process. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix your phone when you have forgotten your lock screen password. Of course, we're talking about OPPO Reno15. So, once you have forgotten your lock screen password, you can't do anything. You can't unlock your device via fingerprint or face unlock, or even here the lock screen password. So what to do now? Actually, when we turn off our device with the power up and power, we don't need to have our lock screen. So at first, power off your device. And now, the only method to have your phone working is to factory reset it. And how to factory reset my phone when I can't unlock it? It's easy, but you have to remember that you will lose all your data when it's not backed up. So you will lose all your photos, all your videos, text messages, etc., etc. Of course, if you have it saved on some cloud, you will have this data. So to do a factory reset, at first hold the volume down and power, and when you see the OPPO logo, lift both fingers. Now, as I can see, we have a menu where we can select our language. I will select English. Power button to confirm and volume down, volume up to move around menu. Click power button to format data, rewrite this verification code and format your phone. Then you'll be rebooted to the into the setup screen, and you need to just set up your phone back again like it was brand new. You need to remember, although, that there is something called Google FRP, and you need to just log into the same account that was previously logged in on this device. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix the camera application lagging or crashing in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you have to do is to open here the settings. Now, wait a moment, I need to reset my settings. Go here to the apps, app management, and here type camera. And now here, as I can see, we have notifications, permissions, data usage, storage usage, etc. The thing you have to do is to tap storage usage, clear data, delete. Now, if we go here to the camera application, everything should be nice, and you just need to rearrange your settings back again and give the permissions back again to your camera. Now everything should be working fine. If it still isn't working fine, what you have to do is to go straight to the settings back again, to your camera back again, and now here force stop. And now once your application is stopped, open your camera application back again. If it still doesn't work for you, you need to hold the power and volume up, restart your device over here. This should be working for you. If it still isn't, you need to do a factory reset, and as a last resort, contact device support and tell them that your camera is broken. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15, and let me share with you how to enable the night light or eye comfort mode. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and then find the display and brightness. Then let's scroll down and localize eye care, And here at the top, we've got this automatic option. So let me ignore it and let me focus on this eye protection with custom one. So just tap on the switcher here, and now you can see that the screen turns yellowish or even amber. It is in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light. So if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. You can of course change the intensity of that feature just by using this switcher. By going to the left, you can make it cooler, and by going to the right, warmer. So set it on the intensity which is the most comfortable for you. Here we've got also display effects, so let's tap on it. We've got the color, so as you can see on the switcher here, the color will be displayed. However, it is a little bit affected by the eye care, or we can display everything in black and white manner. So as you can see, everything is monochromatic. Here we've got also schedule feature, so just tap on it, tap on the switcher, and now we can simply set the schedule. We can turn it on at custom time and turn it off at custom time also, and now your device will apply the modes accordingly. So this is how it works, and if you wish to have much faster access to this option, let's go back to this homepage and unroll the upper panel. So right here, all we have to do is to basically localize the eye comfort icon, which is right here. All you have to do is to tap on it to turn it on and tap on it again to turn it off. If for some reason you do not have this eye comfort icon here, no worries completely. All you have to do is to tap on this edit icon, so pencil icon at the top, and now tap on this plus icon in the left upper corner. So as you can see now, we've got this additional tile section. So all we have to do is to find the eye comfort, which is right here in this display section. I've got it added, so I will show you on this adaptive tone. Tap on it and hold it. Tap a tile to add. Your device will automatically add it right here. So this is how it works. Then just tap on done in the right upper corner to simply confirm everything, and your device will show you the eye comfort icon right there in the upper panel. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to enable the edge lighting for the notifications in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you have to do is to open the settings. Once you are here, you need to go and scroll down till you see the home screen locks me over here. Now, if you scroll a little bit down, you can see here a lot of cool things. Wallpapers, icon, always display, more, and font. Here, if you tap more, you can find edge lighting. Tap it. Here, as you can see, we can change the color of the edge lighting while having notifications. Now, if we have a notification, we'll have here the edge lighting. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to fix fingerprint sensor not recognizing your fingerprint in your OPPO Reno15. So the first thing that you have to do is to clean your screen. Your area where you do have your fingerprint sensor. So over here, clean it with some soft cloth without any water, maybe with some alcohol, but without any water. It has to be a soft cloth. Now, after that, check if it works. If it does work for you, that's nice. But if it still doesn't work, you need to now go to the settings over here, scroll down to the security and privacy, and now here tap device unlock. Here, now, as you can see, we have face and fingerprint unlock. Tap it and tap fingerprint. Here, or enter your pattern, and now here, tap these three dots near your fingerprint. Delete. Now we need to just add our fingerprint to our device. Add now, and just place, remove, place, remove, place, left, place, left, place, left, and do that till you see that you have your fingerprint added. Just do the following step that you have on your screen, and you'll be good to go. Just like this, as you can see, fingerprint edges, and now you're all done. Now you can check if it does work for you. For me, it does. What about you? If it doesn't still work for you, what you have to do is to just restart your device. If it doesn't work for after the restart, you need to remove the screen protector. Because sometimes if you do have some too tough screen protectors, your fingerprint can't be, read. And actually that's it. How it helps you, and goodbye. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix overheating while gaming in your OPPO Reno15. So actually this issue may have a lot of actually issues and a lot of questions behind that, but actually the first thing that we can do is to close background applications that we do have, as I can see, recent tasks while gaming. So for example, if you have Spotify, photos, or maybe some heavy applications like Instagram or TikTok here, just open these recent applications and tap close all. Close. I don't know why Instagram doesn't want to close, but oh, now we are here. Just close all the background applications and everything should be fine. If it isn't fine, you need to go even further. If you play games with any protective case on this device, just remove this case. As you can see, this phone is very beautiful without the case, so you can just play games on such a beautiful phone without any case, and this should increase the heating dissociation. So I think that this will be nice for your device. Apart from that, what I do really think is that you need to scroll down here and lower the brightness level of your screen. Of course, the level where you are comfortable with it. You don't really need to use this level of brightness while gaming. Just set the brightness level up to your own needs and disable while gaming this automatic brightness level. It's because this may be just bad for your device while gaming. It's because if you are outside, for example, the brightness level is maximum and the power consumption is very, very high. So try to avoid that. Apart from that, if you go, wait a moment. If you go to the settings in your device and here scroll down to the battery, over here, you can find a lot of cool things like balance mode, power saving mode, and high performance mode. If you have here high performance mode, here turn on. Now, if you do have here this enabled, tap balance mode and disable this high performance mode, because it, yes, I know it boosts the performance, I know, but meantime it increases the battery heat, device heat, and the battery consumption. So just try to play on the balance mode. If you don't play, these esport games like Call of Duty Mobile or some PUBG, on anything like that, I don't know actually much about games, just leave it on the high performance mode, but only if you don't really care about the heat, which I prefer to however focus on that. And apart from that, avoid playing games while charging your device. If your device is discharged, just leave it without the case, let it charge, and then just play. Playing while charging is really, really destructive to your device. If you don't have this bypass charging enabled, and if your phone doesn't support that, it's just terrible for your battery, terrible for your device, terrible for everything. So just try to change that. Change this habit. I know that this is actually very comfortable. So where you just plug your device to your keyboard, to your charger, and the performance is better, and the battery doesn't, fall off, decrease. So yes, I know that this is comfortable, but try avoiding that. And actually that's it, how it helps you, and goodbye. Have a nice day. Hello guys. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to connect your OPPO Reno15 phone with your PC or laptop, just your computer, using this phone. We are going to have the support from the application OPlus Connect code, which is on your PC. Has to be installed on your PC. But the first thing that we have to do on our device, phone, we need to go to the settings. Here, device connect. And now here, as you can see, we do have tablet, PC, TV, and Android Auto. Here, tap PC. Allow for enable devices and allow for notifications. Agree and continue. Turn on. Agree and continue. While using the application, allow all. And now, as you can see, enable audio recording over here. Location. We need to just allow all these permissions that we are required to enable to have this application working. Agree and continue. And now, as you can see, OPlus Connect. And now, to use our OPlus Connect, we need to sign in. Tap sign in, agree and continue. Now we'll go here to this OPPO, and now we can tap sign in with Google. I will sign in with Google, but you can just select your own preferred method, register, create an account, just like on any other website, and follow these steps that are on your screen. Here, I will allow here. Now I'm back. I do have here security verification. I hope that it's not the 2FA. Okay, select another internet icon over here, hard icon over here, and book icon over here. Sign in successful, and now we can use our auto connect mode. Here they have remote PC control or multi-screen connect. I will at first show you the multi-screen connect. Here now we need to open and install OPlus Connect on your PC. And my PC, as you can see, has the application installed. So in a moment I need to uninstall this application and show you how to install it. Now, as you can see, we don't have this computer in our list. So now let me show you how to install this application on your PC. Now, as you can see, we're in the Google, and now here we need to type OPlus Connect. Enter. And here, now as you can see, we have this OPlus Connect. Click this. And now here, OPlus connect without limits. Connect OPPO devices with other devices. For PC, for mobile device. Of course, we need to download here for Windows. So hover this download icon, click download for Windows. If you have Mac, just select here, download for Mac OS. Click here, download for Windows if you have Windows, and download OPlus Connect. The executable file should be downloaded. And you need to click this to open when completed. And now we need to wait until our application runs. Here, as I can see, we have OPlus Connect, interconnect across platforms. I agree to the user agreement and privacy notice. And here we have something called join the user experience program. You don't really have to do this, so don't click this. And now here, if you unroll this installation path, you can see destination folder, and this is just the folder where our application should install. If you want to install this application on your second drive, click browse and just select other, as you can see, folder. Here install, and now this application is being installed. Let me quickly check if everything is recording perfectly. It is. Okay, that's nice. Here we get started. And now got it. Now, as I can see, sign in to connect automatically or connect manually. So it's just up to you how you can connect. I'll click connect manually. Now, as I can see, click add a new device. Wait a moment. I'll show you this now with the preview of your phone. Let me show this here. Now, as I can see, we do have this PC. When we tap on our device, add new device. Once you tap it, your device should automatically find your PC via Wi-Fi connection, and so on. If it doesn't, click this QR code icon using the app, and just scan the QR code that's currently on your screen, over here exactly. Here, tap allow on your PC, allow, connecting, and now we are connected. Now, as I can see, we can screencast enter our files or sync our content. Let me, for example, click screencast, cast now. Here we need to tap cast, and our phone screen is over here. Here we do have some tutorial, click next, got it, and that's how it works. We can manage our device through our just mouse and keyboard. And I think that this is really, really nice because as you can see, we can either manage our camera, zoom, we can search our internet, enter our files. We can just do everything with just a couple of clicks and just installing this application, and we don't even have to have an account logged in on our application on the PC. So I think that's it, and we can click end here to end the connection. And as you might remember, here if we open settings bar again on our device, we do have remote PC control. Here now we can refresh and connect to a new device, and now here click on your application remote control. Here now we can connect using password. I wanted to say passcode. We need to at first click all remote control, and now here we have connect using password. Now here tap password over here, and now device code. We need to rewrite this code from the screen on the here. We'll double tap on the text label 393679155. And now here to have this password, let me show you. Okay, this is not blurred, so let me quickly insert my password here. Now it's inserted. We can click OK, connect, and now as I can see, connection failed. This device and PC are in different countries, regions. It's because here I have the US, here and here I have Poland on my computer. This is the only, actually, this is the only mistake I've made. Pardon me for that. But actually, that's how it works. Now you'll be able to remote control. And actually, that's it for this video. Have a nice day. And if you do have any questions about this video, just let me know in the comment section down below. And as I said, that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you what to do if you do have your pattern lock not recognized in your OPPO Reno15. So, actually the first thing that you have to remember is that if you are 100% sure that you have your pattern lock correct, and it is 100% sure, you can go to the authorized service, tell them the issue, that you need your data stored on your device, and you're inserting 100% sure your passcode, pattern lock. If you're 100% sure, and they will do something about this. But if you're not, we need to do something else. So to turn off our device, we don't need our pattern lock or passcode or anything. So just hold power and volume up and power off your device. When your device is powered off, hold the volume down and power. Now the only fix to have your phone working is, wait a moment, now lift your both fingers. Now when your phone is to have your phone working, you need to do a factory reset. A factory reset is a process that will delete all your data if this is not backed up. So that's why we do backups actually on our devices. And to do a factory reset, now we are in the recovery mode. Click click volume down to select English, and power to select here options. Here, click power on format data and rewrite here this code. Then your phone will be factory resetted if you click power again, and you'll be good to go. The only thing is that you will see the setup screen after that, and you need to just set up your phone as it is like brand new. The only difference is that you need to just log in to the same account that was previously logged in on this device. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to change the fingerprint animation style. So, at first open the settings and now scroll down to the security and privacy. Here scroll down further to the device unlock and tap face and fingerprint unlock. Tap fingerprint and enter your pattern. Now here tap fingerprint animation. Here they have ring, hello, fizz, bubble, and just select your preferred one. I like thrill personally the most. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you all of the API settings that are on your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that we have here is located in the settings and display and brightness section. If you scroll down here, you will find display size. Here, as you can see, we have large, standard, and small. Apart from that, if we go back and tap font, we can increase the font size, decrease the font size, and apart from that, we can increase the font weight or decrease it. Or if the reset button, we can reset our settings. Now, apart from these two settings over here, we can go back and scroll all the way down. Here, as you can see, tap system and update. And once you're here, you need to wait a moment. Where was that? It won't be here. It will be in about device section. Here, about device. And now once you're here, as you can see, here we have version. And now here we have baseband version and version number. Tap version number until you see enter login password. And once you enter your login password, you'll be a developer. Go back, and tap system and update. And here we have the developer options. And now scroll down till you see here, wait a moment, where was that? Drawing. Scroll down even further, smallest width. As you can see here, we have the smallest width of our screen. We can increase it to some value that we want. As you can see, now we have 400 dp. We can increase it, I think, to the 600, maybe 720. Let's check. 600 works. Let me check the maximum value. As you can see, the maximum value is 899 dp. Now I need to somehow tap this option and change it back to normal. Here, let me, for example, now set it to 200. Save. And that's actually how it works. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And as I remember, here 320 is the smallest default value. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you the solution for the battery percentage not showing in your OPPO Reno15. So the first thing that I do recommend doing is open settings. Once you're in the settings, here now you need to select notifications and quick settings. Tap it. Tap status bar and make sure that the battery percentage is set either to the inside battery icon or outside the battery icon. If you do not show, this is the issue. If you still don't have this battery percentage, what I do recommend doing is to open Play Store and install some equivalent app. Let me show you how does it work. Open search. In the search bar, search for the battery widget. And I personally use the battery widget born by Thomas Hubalek. Tap install button over here. And once you have it installed, tap open. Here now can send, start automatically, add widget, battery widget, add. And now, as you can see, my phone lagged. I don't know why, but our battery widget is here. And actually that's it. If you still don't have this battery percentage over here, what you need to do is to contact device support because your battery sensors may be broken. Goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15 and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the apps. Then let's go to app management, and this is the list of all installed apps. And what I highly recommend to do here is to remove cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. And they are obviously occupying some memory. So removing them will release the memory and make your device a little bit faster. So simply open the app. I will choose settings and then go to storage usage, which is right here. Here we've got the cache section, so simply tap on clear cache, and as you can see, your device will immediately remove a cache. As I said, do it for all of those apps, especially those which you're frequently using, and remove cache. Alright, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15 and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find About Device. Then we have to scroll down again to enter version, and here tap on a version number multiple times until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. So keep tapping on it, and if you've got any kind of screen lock, you will have to enter to confirm the whole step. Now we've got the information that we are in the developer mode indeed, so now we can go back and go to System and Update. Then enter developer options. And here we've got plenty of advanced settings which we can customize. As you can see, this list is really long, so for sure you will find something interesting here. If you wish to turn on the option, simply tap on the switcher and it will be immediately activated and applied. Of course, you can turn it off the same way. And if you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can turn them off. Just go to the very top of the list and tap on the switcher at the top to turn them off. You will need to restart the device to hide the developer options. I don't want to do it. However, after restarting, your device will hide developer options. They will not be visible right here. But of course, no worries. You can customize them again. Just go back to the build number step, or actually version number step, and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I do have the OPPO Reno15 and I'm going to tell you how I can easily fix the battery draining fast. If your battery is draining very rapidly, the first thing that I do recommend checking and making sure that you don't have this habit is that if you don't use these applications like TikTok whole day, Instagram whole day. Like, the issue is that TikTok is draining your battery very much. Instagram to Facebook to every single social media application is draining your application very fast. So the first thing that I check is just if you don't have this habit of using these applications that much. If you do, try not using your these applications that much, and the battery should be a lot better. Apart from that, try not using your phone while charging. It's because it can damage your battery, and especially don't use your phone. Don't charge your phone while gaming. And now let's focus on more these software fixes. At first, I'll open settings, and now here scroll down to the battery. Now scroll down and tap last 24 hours. Or maybe last 7 days is actually useless for us, so just select last 24 hours. Here, as I can see, we do have battery usage by application. If you here do have an application you don't really recognize, just tap this application, maybe not the system launcher actually, but if you here do see the application you already recognize, just tap this application and tap for stop. Then go to the application list and just uninstall this application. But at first, make sure that this application is not the system service. How to know that this is a system service application? It has some system like in the name mostly. If you tap this application, you will see here that information about this application, like for example background activity time, foreground activity time, etc, etc. And apart from that, if you go here to the application list and here app management, you can easily tap show system and see which are the system applications and just search for this application. If you see that this application is system, just don't do anything with that. So this is for the battery. If you see that any application over here on this list is abnormally high, I mean the battery usage is abnormally high, like here as you can see we have the camera, just try to restart your device, and to do so you need to hold this button. Wait a moment. You need to hold the volume up and power and move the circle to the restart over here. Once your phone is restarted, you will see that this should be fixed. If it still doesn't work for you, you need to now go here and tap power saving mode and turn on. And this should help you, but this is an only temporary issue. In the meantime, you can just go to the authorized service and check if there are any issues with your battery itself. And actually, apart from that, go back to this list here and tap on this application. And if you see that Chrome has 46 minutes and 37 seconds background activity time, you need to go to back to this list over here, apps, app management, and here's search for this Chrome. I mean, not especially for the Chrome, but for the application that has abnormally background activity and it's not a system application. Go to this application over here, and now here as you can see we do have data usage, storage usage, permissions, manage notifications, etc. You need to where was that? Wait a moment. Not notifications. It was here in the permissions, I think. Yes, here in the permissions, enable this option manage app if unused, and here disable all the permissions that this application has, and you don't really use this application that much, this feature that much. Apart from that, you can try to tap force stop or disable over here, but of course once you open this application it will just be here back again. And actually that's it. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix the Bluetooth not connecting in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you should do is to go straight to your phone's settings over here. Now, when you are here, you need to go to the Bluetooth and make sure that Bluetooth is enabled. Once you're here and Bluetooth is enabled, disable it and enable it back again. Now, after that, your Bluetooth should be working. If it isn't, and you do have your Bluetooth device paired but not connected, tap on this device and tap forget or unpair. Once this process is done, you need to now do a factory factory reset of your Bluetooth device. For example, if you do have speaker, do a factory reset of your speaker. In every other case, just factory reset your Bluetooth device, just and this should be working for you. If it still doesn't work, you need to now hold the power and volume up and drag it to restart and restart your device. This should be working for you now. But if it still doesn't work for you, you need to now contact device support because your Bluetooth module may be just broken and you need your phone repaired. The repair will be free if you do have your phone on the warranty. That's it. Hope it helps you, and have a nice day. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Goodbye. Hi guys, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. Today I do have the OPPO Reno15, and I'm going to tell you what to do if you do have your fingerprint sensor not working in your device. So actually the first thing that you should do is to test this fingerprint out like this. Just try using this as much as possible without locking your device, of course. But if you have it working after this process, after trying as many times as possible, it will work, and you need to clean your screen. And if it doesn't work, you need to clean your screen too. I mean, you don't really need to clean the whole screen like I do right now. You can just clean here the fingerprint sensor area because it's under the display. And if you do have some screen protector which is dirty or oily, or you just have your screen very, very dirty with maybe some oil marks like from chips or anything else, you need to just clean your screen. If you do see some scratches, but not like small scratches like every single display has, but it's like, you know, maybe that you can put a nail here where you do have your fingerprint sensor, it won't work too probably. It should, but it won't, because here we do have this light sensor, as you can see, and if we do have some very, very dent maybe or mark or something like that, it won't work over here. Even a scratch, like big scratch here, 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 if you do have something like this, it won't work. Apart from that, after cleaning, you can try if it works. If it doesn't still, you need to now go to the settings, here scroll down to the security and privacy, and once you are here, you need to tap device unlock. Once you are here, you need to now tap face and fingerprint unlock, tap fingerprint, and now once you are here, you need to put your pattern. Here, as you can see, we have our fingerprint. Tap these three dots near it and tap delete. Delete again, and tap fingerprint, add a fingerprint again. Once you do this, you need to tap add now, and now you need to just scan your fingerprint once again to have 100% sure rate that it works. Maybe try scanning a different one or something like that. Now, when we are done, we can try our fingerprint. Now, as you can see, mine does work. And backing up to the screen protectors. If you do have some screen protector that has any scratches over here near the fingerprint, or is very tough, or it's very cheap, you can either enable the high sensitivity mode in your device, try to enable that, or remove the screen protector. I think removing the screen protector is safer and better, because if you do have some high sensitivity option enabled, this process of fingerprint can be inaccurate, and it's just unsafer. Just for telling you. Here in the display and brightness, you can find this option. As I remember, I'll rotate screen. It wasn't here at the moment. I will find this option for you. I found that, so we need to open the accessibility and convenience, and now scroll down till you see gloves mode. This one allows you to interact with the screen effortlessly while wearing gloves. I know that it's not the same like high sensitivity mode, but I leave it enabled as it is now. Now everything should be working fine, as you can see, and this should help you. If it doesn't, you need to contact device support because your fingerprint sensor may be broken, and you need just to have your phone or fingerprint sensor, which is maybe not that possible, replaced. And actually that's it for this video. I hope now that your fingerprint sensor works and your phone works, and now you can unlock your device effortlessly. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Have a nice day. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make the auto brightness working in your OPPO Reno15. Wait a moment. The first thing that you have to do is open settings, and now once you are here, you need to now scroll down to display brightness. Here, make sure that this option is enabled. If it is, that's nice. Disable it. If it wasn't enabled, enable it and check if it works. If it works. Now when you have it disabled, turn your brightness up to 1%. Enable, disable. 100%, enable, disable. Just check if it works. Try a couple of times disabling this option, enabling this back again. If it still doesn't work for you, you need to take the microfiber cloth with you. For example, such like this one. Close your phone and wipe the camera over here. Surroundings. Just like this. If it should work for you, it's because your ambient light sensor needs to be clean to work. Now, let's check if it works. As you can see, it does. If it doesn't work for you still, you need to restart your phone to refresh sensors. Hold the power volume up, move the white circle to the restart and restart. This should work for you. If it doesn't, you need to now go to the authorized service and check if there are any issues with your display itself. If there aren't, that's nice, but if there are, you need to just have it fixed. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15 and let me share with you how to show battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find notifications and quick settings. Then let's tap on status bar, which is at the top. And right here we've got the battery percentage and battery style. Right now we've got the horizontal one applied. So we can tap on the battery percentage and we've got 3 different options. So we can hide it, we can show it inside the battery icon, so the option which is currently applied in my case, or outside the battery icon, and it is more visible right here. However, if we will change the battery style from horizontal to, for example, vertical, now we've got only one option, or actually 2. So we can either turn on the percentage, which is next to the battery icon, or turn it off just by tapping on the switcher. So as you can see, the percentage strongly depends on the style. We can also choose the loop option, and the same situation, so we can either turn it on or off, or do not show it at all, and now we can either display the percentage itself or hide it, so we do not have any kind of indicator that will show us the battery percentage or battery level. So of course you have to choose the option which you like the most. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I do have the OPPO Reno15 and I'm going to tell you how to enable the 100 Hz refresh rate for the smoother scrolling. Just a simple guide. At first we need to open the settings, and straight from here we need to now scroll down so that we will see actually here display and brightness. Once you see your display and brightness, you need to scroll down to the screen refresh rate. And now, as you can see, if we have the auto select enabled, we have optimal refresh rate for our device based on our battery consumption and phone optimization. If you want to have 120 Hz for all time, just select high over here. To disable the high refresh rate, 100 Hz refresh rate completely, just tap standard over here. I prefer 120, and actually that's it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, today I do have the OPPO Reno15 and I'm going to show you how to expand the RAM in your device. No, don't worry, we won't be unscrewing our phone just to expand our RAM. This is not this type of RAM. We are setting up the virtual RAM in this device. So let's start by opening these settings over here. And once you're here, you need to scroll all the way down. Tap About Device. Now tap Run. As you can see, here we have total 8 plus 6 GB, and by default you have it enabled, or if you have it disabled, we can just easily enable this option by just tapping here this, as you can see, this switch, this slider. And how does it work? It uses your storage space. For example, if you do have enough of it, for example, I have no idea how many gigabytes of RAM does it use actually, but I think this is this 6 gigabytes 4 and 8. So if you do have sufficient storage space, you will have your RAM expanded by the amount you have set in this side over here. We can, for example, increase it up to 8 gigabytes of RAM or decrease it to 4. Remember that this thing uses your storage, so if you have insufficient storage for your photos and videos, enabling this option won't be that good thing for you. And you need to remember that if you do have this option enabled, even though you have this option enabled over here, you need to restart your device. So let me, for example, increase it from 6 to 8, and now here we need to wait a moment. Hold the power button. If you have any gestures has to power button, for example, calls, Google Assistant, or any other, you need to just hold the gesture for turning off your device. Hold this white circle to the restart, draw your lock screen pattern, and once your phone is restarted, it will have this expansion. Here for me it will be a jump from 6 to 8 gigabytes. And I don't really think that that to disable this option you need to restart. I am sure that to enable this option you need to have your phone restarted, or if you are making any changes, like for example in increasing or decreasing the RAM expansion. But that's it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix screen rotation not working in your OPPO Reno 15. The first thing that you need to do is to open the settings over here. Now once you are here, wait a moment, scroll down till you see display brightness. Scroll down even further to see auto rotate. If you have it enabled, disable it. If you had it disabled, enable it. And now when you have disabled, enable it and make sure that you have it enabled. And now you can try tilting your device. If it works, that's nice. If it doesn't, now you need to restart your phone. Hold the power button volume up and restart. Apart from that, you can try to contact device support because it may be just broken. The gyroscope should be working, so you can check the gyroscope itself in some application dedicated to it, for example some compass, etc, etc. If your gyroscope doesn't work either, you need to contact device support because your gyroscope is broken, and yeah. Now as you can see, our phone is being turned on. Let's check if the screen rotation is working. Let me, for example, enter some applications such as phone. In phone it should, and as you can see it works. That's it. Hope it helps you and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix the Wi-Fi dropping or not connecting in your OPPO Reno 15. The first thing that you have to remember is that if you are far away from the router, the dropping connection or not connecting to your Wi-Fi is normal. If you are far from the router, like for example 10-15 meters, which is an equivalent to 20 feet I think, or 25 feet, I have no idea actually. If you're just far away from the router with the, for example, very tough walls or something like that, this is normal that your Wi-Fi will drop. But if you are close to the router, the first thing that I do recommend doing is to open the settings, open Wi-Fi. Here, tap this info icon near your network that you have saved, and tap Forget and Remove. As for the router now, turn it off and turn it back on. Just let it stay off for example 10 minutes, so that will restart everything. And now after the setup of the router, everything should be fine. And now you need to tap the same Wi-Fi network and try to connect to it. Okay. Now as I can see, I'm connected and saved. And actually, for me, that's it. If you still doesn't have this Wi-Fi working, you need to now scroll here to the control panel from the top right corner to the middle, and now tap Airplane Mode over here. If you don't see the Airplane Mode icon here, you need to here tap this pen icon over here. Got it. Here tap plus. And search here. This is the fourth icon over here. And now once you have this airplane mode, toggle it on and off. And let this airplane mode be here for example, 10-15 seconds, maybe up to 1 minute. It's called flight mode on some devices, depending on which region you are. If you are in the US, it's airplane mode. If you are in the United Kingdom, you'll have flight mode, I think so. So just turn it off and on. Now I'll have it disabled, and the Wi-Fi should automatically be here. If it still isn't, you need to now here go where I want. Here, go to the settings back again, go back, scroll down till you see system and update, tap backup and reset, and now reset phone. Tap this first option, and all, as I can see, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and number network will be resetted, and everything should be working fine now. You just have to add your Wi-Fi network back again to your device. If it still doesn't work for you, try not covering the top of your device while trying to connect, or just don't cover here this camera, over here the camera area, and everything should be fine. If it still doesn't work for you, you need to contact device support because your Wi-Fi module is probably broken. That's it, hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to improve the battery life for your OPPO Reno15 5G. So actually this is easy to get more of the battery in this device, especially in this device. And let me show you some quick tips for you that can really improve your battery life. So the first thing is that when you open settings, and here now you go to the home screen, lock screen style, you'll find here always on display. Tap it and make sure that this is disabled. Always on display uses very much battery. So let's have this option disabled. Now you can go back, and here go to the display and brightness. Once you're here, scroll down, and tap auto screen off. For the video purposes, I do have 30 minutes set, but if you use your phone, not for videos actually, set your value of the auto screen off for the as lowest value as you're comfortable with. Personally, on my private device, I do have, I don't know why do I have to now enter my pattern, but personally on my private device, I do have 1 minute set like that. But here now, as for the video purposes, I'll here leave it as 30 minutes, but leave it as for as lowest value as you are comfortable with. Apart from that, make sure that the screen attention is disabled over here. Here, screen resolution is set to standard, not to high. Screen refresh rate is set to auto select or standard, not high like I said now as for the video purposes. Make sure that this is either auto select or standard. Auto select is just optimal for the performance and battery, but standard is the best setting for the battery. Here now you can go up, and now as I can see, auto brightness. Make sure that the auto brightness is enabled because you won't use, for example, your brightness on this level for the whole time. It will be added automatically up to your own preferences or environments and preferences. But It's the same actually, almost almost the same. Now here, enable dark mode. Here we have OLED screen, which means that here these pixels over here, I mean just your screen where when it displays the black per black, and they won't be just turned on, which means the power consumption will be much less. For the video purposes and for your comfort, I will leave here light mode. Now you can go back, and the next thing is when you scroll down to the where was that sound and vibration over here. Scroll all the way down to the all haptics. Tap haptics. Make sure that the system haptics are disabled, and if you want to leave them, you can leave. But of course, the less features are enabled, the better for the battery. Make sure that all haptics are disabled. Apart from that, you can go up, 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 and here, as you can see, we do have vibration density. Make sure the less vibration is set. This is the better for the battery. So now we can go to the next thing, which is when you go back and scroll down to the battery, we can find here on this list a lot of cool applications, as you can see. And here we can limit these applications, and if you want to limit them, if you don't want to receive the background notifications, just follow my steps. Go to the power saving settings, scroll all the way down to the app battery management, and select the application you want to limit. Let it be AliExpress. Tap restrict background activity, and OK. Now you won't receive any notifications in the background, but your application should work properly. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to record the dual view video on your OPPO Reno15. So actually the first thing that you need to do is to open your camera. And no, don't search for this in the settings, don't search this in the video section. The thing we have to do is to go right to right, as far as we can to the right, so that we can see more, and tap dual view. Now, as you can see, here we have dual view video. This is the scenery that I do have above me, but here if I do something like this, you can see the sun here. As you can see, the desk over here and the top over here. And that's how it works. To record, we need just to tap this button over here, and everything should be fine now. That's it, how it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to set up the kid space, the parental controls on your OPPO Reno15. At first, open the settings. Here in the I need to reset my settings, but here we need to scroll down to the accessibility and convenience over here. Now scroll down till you see the kids mode. Tap it, and now here tap agree and continue. Now we can select the applications for our children. Tap next. We can enable time and limit for our children, for example 15, 30, 45, 1 hour, or custom time limit. I'll say 1 hour. Next, and here we have some protections like features, for example, ambient light reminder, sitting position reminder, viewing distance reminder, eye protecting display. Tap OK, and here now we are in the child mode. If we tap these 3 dots, we can see parental controls, lock screen pattern, Wi-Fi, mobile network, other apps, tablet, eyesight protection, and create a home screen shortcut. If you want to exit, just tap exit over here, lock screen pattern, and that's it, how it helps you, and goodbye, have a nice day. Hello guys, in today's video I do have the OPPO Reno15, and I'm going to show you how to enable the battery percentage and network speed showing on the status bar over here. At first, open settings. Now you need to scroll down to the notifications and quick settings. Tap it. Tap status bar over here, And now, as you can see, we do have battery percentage, tap it, and here select preferred battery percentage, inside or outside the battery icon. Then here, as you can see, we have something called status bar icons, and tap real-time network speed to have it enabled. And that's it, how it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15 and let me share with you how to virus scan your device. So fortunately in this device we do not really have to look for any kind of third-party app in the Google Play Store because we've got the phone manager which is pre-installed on this device, so all you have to do is to simply find it and then tap on it. Now let's tap on viruses and risks right here and tap on scan or scan again. And now your device will basically scan itself in order to find any kind of malware or viruses. So simply wait until this process will be accomplished. Your device will of course show you the results. As you can see, in my case it is secured, but however, even though it is secure, we've got some recommended optimization, like for example system boost or storage cleanup. Of course, if your device will find any kind of malware or viruses, it will show you relevant information. Moreover, it will also show you the steps that you need to take in order to get rid of the risks. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix the fast charging not working in your OPPO Reno15. So, the first thing that I should recommend checking in your device, if you do have any debris in your USB Type-C port over here. This is the charging port, and here, if you do have any debris, try to clean it with a non-metallic tool and without any liquids. Just try to use non-metallic tool and just clean your charging port. If you want to know how to clean charging port, you can try searching for this video. It's probably recorded by our recorders in the company. If it isn't, I'm sorry, but we don't have that much time in this video. I want to show you quick solutions. Apart from that, ensure that you use the official OPPO cable and adapters. Some companies use only their certified chargers and support only their certified chargers when it comes to the fast charging. For example, if your base's charger is not supported by your OPPO device, even though it has 120 watts, for example, it won't support the fast charging this 80 watts. As for the cable, check if it has any damage, check if it supports just that fast charging, if it's not cheap, if it's not Chinese made, for example, in bought on AliExpress, etc., etc. If not, what I do recommend doing is to open your settings in your device, and once you are in the settings over here, scroll down to the battery. Now scroll down till you see the charging settings over here and enable smart rapid charging. Make sure that this is enabled. Charge your device faster using a genuine power adapter and a cable. The device may get warmer during charging. Make sure this is enabled, and if you had this enabled, disable it, restart your device, and then make sure that this is enabled. Apart from that, you need to contact device support because your battery may be broken and it just doesn't want, it just protects you from, for example, exploding or something like that by limiting the power transfer. And that's it, how it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix the Bluetooth pairing issues on your OPPO Reno15. So the first thing that we have to do is to open the settings on our device. Now, what I do recommend doing is to open Bluetooth over here. Now, if you do have here your device paired, but you can't connect to this device, tap this device and forget it from your phone. After that, just do a factory reset of your device, of your headphone, speaker, everything. I mean your Bluetooth device. After that, what I do recommend doing is to turn off Bluetooth in your device. Then turn it on back again. Now, once you are here, just try to connect to your device. make sure that your Bluetooth device, is in pairing mode. If it isn't, just if it isn't, you need to enter the pairing mode to have this option available. And actually, that's it. As for here, the Bluetooth over here. Apart from that, what you can try to do is to restart your phone by holding power and volume up button and moving this joystick to restart, and going back and here scroll down system and update, and here what you can do is set a backup and reset phone and reset network and Bluetooth settings. There's the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and mobile network settings. You have to enter your Wi-Fi network back again, enter your own Bluetooth devices back again, and that's it. So that's it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you can easily fix the delayed notifications from your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you have to do is to open here the settings. Now scroll down to the battery over here, and once you see the battery, scroll down till you see here the charging settings. No, it wasn't charging settings, it was power saving settings. Once you're here, scroll down, tap OPPO battery management, and select the application here from the list that you have the notifications delayed. For example, maybe not this one, but let me show you this on Block Blast. Here, tap allow the background activity, and that should fix your issue. If it still doesn't fix your issue, you need to just reinstall your application, and that should be nice. But if it still isn't, you need to contact device support or just reconnect to your internet. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you how to use the Pro mode in your camera in your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that we have to do is to open our camera. Tap this button over here. Here, now we need to go to photo or video. Here we have these basic settings over here, such as EV, which is the white balance, such as HDR, the quality, as you can see over here, focus lock, sound focus, and etc. in the settings. The same, almost the same is in the photo, but in the photo we do have something called light photo, on our own light, timers, etc. But we want to talk about the Pro mode, something which is better. Go to Pro, and now as you can see we do have a lot of cool information over here. So there's ISO, we can decrease and increase the ISO, manage the shutter speed, as you can see, manage the focus and white balance. And here, as you can see, we have this EV over here, which is probably not this is not white balance, this is the exposure. Pardon me, this is my mistake, rookie mistake, I know, but this is the EV exposure. And now to reset your default, set to this setting to the default that you, for example, made any changes, tap this arrow over here. And remember, I preferably use all the automatic settings here in the Pro mode, because if you change something, you need to know something about it to have it changed for better quality, because the automatic is always the best for your environment. Here, if you tap this info icon, you can see all the information about the options and you can read something about it, and the same as here in the gear icon. We do have focus peaking, interval shooting, histogram, and any settings, and of course timers. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to fix fast charging not working on your OPPO Reno15. The first thing that you have to remember is that if you do have your power adapter, power brick, charger damaged, the fast charging probably won't work. So I'll first check for the damage your components. Both cable and the charger cannot be damaged. If they are, fast charging won't work probably because of the protections built in your device and charger. Apart from that, check for the cable and charger compatibility. If it's not compatible with your device, and sometimes it can't be compatible because of the company's certifications, and they want to earn more money because of you, they won't give you free will to buy a charger. So check if you do have certified charger, and then if you don't, you need to buy a new one. If you do, go into the next steps. At first, go to the settings, and here now scroll down to the battery. Now scroll all the way down. Tap charging settings and make sure that smart rapid charging is enabled. Charge your device faster using a genuine power adapter and a cable. The device may get warmer during charging. Make sure that this option is enabled. If it is, that's nice. Disable it, enable it, and just do it a couple of times and check. If it was disabled, make sure that this is enabled, and now your issue is fixed. Apart from that, you can test your smartphone with a different fast charger or a different outlet, a power outlet, or for example somewhere else. And if it still doesn't work, you need to contact device support because your battery may be broken. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15, and let me share with you how to fix up crashing. So let's begin with opening the app info, which is connected with the app which is causing you some problems. So let's pretend that in my case it is Google Chrome. So tap on it and hold it, and then go to more features and tap on app info. So first of all, I highly recommend to simply go to the storage usage, which is right here, and tap on clear cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. So by removing them, you can fix the app. Moreover, I highly recommend to tap on force stop, because sometimes if your app is running in the background, then probably you cannot really open it again, and that's why it is crashing. So just tap on force stop, and now you can try to open it. If that didn't work, I highly recommend to check for the updates. So go to the Play Store. You can either enter this circle in the right upper corner and go to Manage Apps and Device and tap on Updates Available in order to check whether you've got it here, or you can simply tap on Search and here enter the name of the app which you'd like to download. So for example, Chrome in my case. If the update is available, your device will show you immediately. Instead of Open, you will see Update. So I highly recommend to tap on Update there. And your device will, of course, download a new version and overwrite it over the older one. If that didn't work, I highly recommend coming back to this section here, tap on Uninstall, and let your device uninstall the app, and then install it again. Why? It is because that your device will directly download and install the newer version, because this overwriting thing, which happened in the updating option, might sometimes cause some problems with this overwriting thing. So uninstalling it and installing it again with newer version might help. And if we are talking about the updates, I also highly recommend to check for the system updates, because sometimes older system versions might have problems with newer apps, which are optimized for new systems. So let's go to the settings here, then scroll all the way down and go to System and Update, and here tap on Software Update. And your device will check for the updates. If you've got the update pending, I highly recommend to simply tap on download or install and apply the update. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15, and let me share with you how to virus scan your device. So fortunately in this device we do not really have to look for any kind of third-party app in the Google Play Store, because we've got the phone manager which is pre-installed on this device. So all you have to do is to simply find it and then tap on it. Now let's tap on Viruses and Risks right here, and tap on Scan or Scan Again. And now your device will basically scan itself in order to find any kind of malware or viruses. So simply wait until this this process will be accomplished. Your device will of course show you the results. As you can see, in my case it is secured, but however, even though it is secure, we've got some recommended optimization, like for example system boost or storage cleanup. Of course, if your device will find any kind of malware or viruses, it will show you relevant information. Moreover, it will also show you the steps that you need to take in order to get rid of the risks. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15 and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's start with opening the dialer. Tap on the keypad and enter the code, the first code, which is for example *# 6776 £. And thanks to this code we can open the software version. So as you can see, the technical code, thanks to which we can check the exact model, the Android version, master date or branch. Let's go back and another code, which is *# 888 £. And thanks to this code we can check the PCB number. Also we can scan this QR code and check some further details regarding this device. Another code is * 800 £, and here we will enter the feedback menu. So basically, if you've got some problems with your device, for example, problems with overheating or home screen or touch screen, screen display, camera, fingerprint enrollment, etc., etc., then you can report them to the developers. So for example, let's pretend I've got problems with the display, with the touch screen, and now we can choose the problem. So for example, mistouch. I highly recommend turning on the screen recording, and you can simply tap on start. You've got of course the steps which are different for each problem, so read them carefully and then do what it says. So for example, let's tap on start, and then we will have to go back to the function where the issue occurred and then try to reproduce the issue, take the screenshot. Of course, you've got also the screen recording, so you've got an additional proof, let's say, and then come back here and tap on done, and it will be reported. So I think it is quite useful. Let me go back, and another code is * 06 £, and thanks to it we can check both email numbers, for example. Tap on OK, and another code, which is * *, 225 £**. So thanks to this code you can open the calendar information where you've got the events gathered in one place. You can check some family events, some holidays in your country should also be right here, or events attached to your mail. So this is the best place to check the events because here they're grouped into particular sections. However, you cannot enter specific sections, so you can only check the number of events in specific category. And the last code, I believe, is * £*426 £**. And here we are in the diagnostic, so we can check the server, host port, time connected. We can tap on events, and here we've got some further details. After tapping on the 3 dots icon, we can show advanced view, tap on the status, and here we've got much more information. So for example, the heartbeat, last ping, or HB algorithm. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno15, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. So let's start with opening the settings, and here at the top we've got this option connected with the connection or network. So first of all, let's go to mobile network, I believe, and go to more settings. Here let's go to private DNS. Let's mark specified DNS, and here you have to enter dns.adguard.com. and tap on save, and it will be immediately applied, thanks to which your device will limit the advertisements. Moreover, let's go back to the general list of the settings. Here we have to scroll all the way down to go to Google. Then let's go to all services, and here scroll to find ads. Let's tap. So here we've got something which is called advertising ID, and the whole idea of that option is to personalize your advertisements. So for example, let's pretend that you are looking for a specific item, for example, for a table or a lamp or whatever. After that, your device will show you a tons of advertisements containing this specific item, different offers, different shops that are offering this item, different prices, etc. So this is what the advertising ID does. It just gathers the information, what you're looking for, and then after that it is showing you specific offers. So what we can do here, we can reset advertising ID and delete advertising ID, and those operations will not limit the amount, the number of advertisements. However, they will make them less personalized, which is also a great option. Simply start with tapping on reset advertising ID, tap on confirm, and then delete advertising ID, and your device will remove it. Another thing what you can do, if you've got the app which is showing you advertisements in this notification panel right here, you can turn off the notifications of this app. So let's pretend it is in Play Store in my case. Just tap on it and hold it, and then tap on more features and go to app info. So here we've got the option manage notifications. And you can see that after scrolling down here, there are some categories of the notifications. And what I recommend to do is to find the category which is somehow connected with the advertisement. So for example, payments, deals, and recommendations in my case, and tap on it, and simply tap on this switcher next to allow notifications. Of course, the best option is to turn off the notifications completely, which is at the very top, but I know that sometimes we are receiving not only advertisements from this specific app, but also different important notifications. So removing all of them is not a choice, it's not an option. But as I said, you can try to find a specific category and turn it off. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.